Good morning. You are listening to UpReach. Then the scribes and Pharisees who were from Jerusalem came to Jesus, saying, "Why do your disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they do not wash their hands when they eat bread." He answered and said to them, "Why do you also transgress the commandment of God because of your tradition? For God commanded, saying, 'Honor your father and your mother,' and 'He who curses father or mother, let him be put to death.' But you say, 'Whoever says to his father or mother, whatever profit you might have received from me as a gift to God, then he need not honor his father or mother.' Thus you have made the commandment of God of no effect by your tradition. Hypocrites! Well did Isaiah prophesy about you, saying, 'These people draw near to me with their mouth, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me, and in vain they worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men.'" Matthew chapter 15, verses 1 through 9. Tradition is important. Let us consider why. First, tradition preserves what is fine. To enter into the tradition of a great school, or a great ministry, or a great congregation is one of the most inspiring things of life. Here is something to live up to. Here is something one must not let down. I have been told that even on the retreat from Dunkirk in the Second World War, the guards held a kit inspection on the beaches, then landed in England and marched off as if they were on ceremonial parade. Other units arrived disorganized and in disintegration. But for the guards, tradition must be maintained. This is good and fine. But tradition can fossilize something that has lost all point. Even today, a bride is on a bridegroom's left arm in order to leave his right arm, the sword arm, free to meet a crisis. Even today, a man walks on the outside of a lady on a pavement because, in past days, before roads were surfaced, he walked there to shield her from the mud thrown up by horses' hooves and carriage wheels. The dress of the moderator of the General Assembly of the Church of Scotland is still, for some extraordinary reason, a fossilized version of 18th century court dress. There is many a tradition that is meaningless now because its origin has been forgotten. Yet it goes on. This can be bad. Tradition can therefore be an inspiration or a handicap. A man can be lifted up by it. There are times when even to put on a certain uniform does something to a man. Or it can become a barrier to progress when one hears the oft-repeated words, "We have never done it that way before." What about you today? Are you living by and honoring certain traditions in your physical or even in your spiritual life? Let me make a suggestion. Continue to encourage traditions that are fine and meaningful, but decide to discourage those that are fossilizing and thus are no longer meaningful or helpful. This has been UpReach, a presentation of the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I am Kyle Bolton, the pulpit minister at Church Street, and I would like to personally invite you to come and share times of Bible study and worship with us each week. We meet every Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. for our morning worship, followed by our Sunday school for all ages at 10:15 a.m. Then we meet again at 6 o'clock p.m. for our evening worship. We also have a midweek meeting for devotion and Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day.